Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is part 2, but before I get into what I was touching on last video, I'm going to do my parlay video, and then if you stick around at the end, then I'm going to get back to what I was saying about having a team that you really like as an anchor. So, in this parlay video, I'm not going to make it too long. The Rams, I like them at the negative 5.5. I did the alternate spread, got them at 350. Arizona Cardinals, I got them at negative 9.5. Don't see them having a problem covering that against one of the weakest teams in the NFL. I like Miami Dolphins to win it and by 1 through 13 points. And that is $185. I do like this game. I might even bet that game singly. Also, I like the Carolina Panthers against the New York Giants. I know the Giants got blown out, and maybe the Giants is looking to bounce back, but again, their wide receivers, they're limited to wide receivers. Jones just hasn't been good, and I do like Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers is the better team on the losing streak that's looking to snap the losing streak, and I got them at negative 2.5. The Packers against the Washington football team. Washington football team been getting blown out by teams over 500 this year, and I'm looking for them to keep that trend up. So you might want to look at the Packers at the point margin as far as 14 points maybe, but I do like 2.5. I'll take the sure bet rather than a gamble any day. Next on the list, we have the Tennessee Titans with the plus 5.5. After last night against Buffalo, they ran Buffalo over. They ran them over. And if they could do that to Buffalo, imagine what they're going to do to the Chiefs. Yeah, so I got the plus points with the Tennessee Titans and Henry running over the Chiefs. Plus, Julio and Brown is back. I told you guys, Tennessee is that old team. They are a slow starting team, but once they get hot, they get hot. That wasn't surprising last night. Also, I hope you guys won money. I won money on my parlay last night. You got the Las Vegas Raiders by 1.5. 1 through 13 as far as the point margin. I do like the Raiders to win against the Eagles in this one. The Raiders were hot. They didn't miss a beat. So, obviously, they're meshing with this new head coach. And I think they came out strong. So, I got the plus 40. And I might bet that single as well. Tampa Bay Bucks and the Bears and the Buccaneers. I mean, the GOAT and the future Hall of Famer playing against a Bears team, against a rookie quarterback. So, obviously, I got them at 5.5. It might be, and this is a thing, especially when you start dealing with these northern teams, the Midwest teams, during this time of year, it starts getting cold. And once it starts getting cold, point spreads, the point totals will go down, just to give you a heads up. So be mindful, if it's cold that day, then you might want to look at the weather report and look at the total in that one. And I think this is the last one. San Francisco, I like San Francisco to win it at negative 1.5 over 36.5 points. $10 and net you 14. $100, 14,000. All right, so getting back to what I was saying, I do like that one. I might as well keep that one up there as an example. 49ers, because I do like the 49ers to win. So, getting back. So, a anchor team. Actually, I think I might use this as an anchor. All right. So, yeah, let me go ahead and let me keep the Bucks up there. So, an anchor team, what I mean, this is kind of like a little advanced as far as sports betting is concerned. So you really want a team that you can, or let's say, for instance, there's a bet that you really like, a bet that you're leaning more towards. So just to give you an example, so this All right, this Arizona Cardinals game at 9.5. I like the 9.5 against the Arizona Cardinals, but you see all the juice they're taking from the Cardinals for having that spread. Now, if you do it like this, that's $167 for a good San Francisco team that's better than the Colts, that's coming off a bye, and all they have to do is go over 36.5. Now, this is 2 bets in one. You might just want the other one, but I don't see an issue going over 36.5 in the 1.5. You know what? Let me use a better anchor. So I don't see the Arizona Cardinals having a problem covering the 9.5. So we go down here, right? We go to the Rams. Obviously, they're juicing us for a lot. You see the negative 15.5, and it's not like the Detroit Lions are not putting up any points. They can put up points, and they can come within that spread. It is probable. But if we reduce the spread, our probability go even higher of winning. So let's go down here. Let's do the 5.5 that I had up there. And now, since all this juice, we're still only getting 130, but for 100, we're still getting good money. And then having an anchor team, so pretty much, all right, now that's one bet, right? So you take the Rams off. Let's go to another bet that we really like. Let's say, for instance, we like this Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, right? We get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers spread. We go down here. And you pretty much see what I'm doing. I'm just going to leave this up here. This is going to be the prime game that I like. And this is my opinion. This is how I like to do things. This is the prime game that I like. And I'm going to leave on here with all my bets. Now, if this game loses, I lose. I lose all my parlay bets. 2-game parlay bets per se. So it's actually a bit of a gamble. But looking at how Arizona's playing, looking at how they're doing, I'm not worried at all on that team. I mean, you have a number one versus what? 31st? Like second to worst team in the league, if not the worst. Yeah, okay. So here we go. We got that. Another 100. And as you can see, but if you do like 126, that'll net you 100. And there you go. There you have it. So for $126, these are good bets. That's what I mean by an anchor. Also, if you want to do something like this to provide more points, to make it a little more exciting for you, and like for instance, this Patriots game versus the Jets, even though these are defensive rivals, but I think the Patriots have their number just in case, because again, this is the NFL. You know, I like a sure bet rather than a gamble. I like the 2.5 for the Pats. Plus, well, obviously if I do plus, and there are no sure bets, but 2.5 for the Pats, just in case they win by a field goal and the Jets end up finding an offense that game. For 107, you still get almost 100% of your investment for one game that you really like. So you really don't factor this game in. You just doing single bets as far as this 2-game parlay. But this is some of the things I do as far as sports betting, and I really like, especially when I see a number one team versus a weak team and I'm trying to get plus money. And look at all this. This is still good money that you're getting for these games. Still good money. So here's another thing. If you are kind of skeptical about this game, you can do the round robin, which allows you to lose one and still win. So say, for instance, you want to do something like this. Let's say, for instance, this Miami game, right? I like the Miami game between 1 and 13. I do like this bet. 1 and 13. And look at that. your price just went up. For the same amount of money, your price just went up. So 3 games that right here that I really like, I do a round robin that allows me to lose one of those games. So just in case, if you just want to do a round robin and you don't feel like in your anchor game loses, this is kind of like an insurance safety net. So if that loses, these 2 teams still can win in the 3-game parlay. Do that for 50, or let's do that for 100, right? I think you have to give up 2. Actually, let's do 50-50. That's still $344. Good money. Good money for $50. So, again, the 2-game parlays and the 3-game parlays is something you really want to look at as far as betting. And I hope this tip is helpful for you guys. I know I was going to do the insurance thing, but it's kind of like, well, let me show you the insurance thing I was talking about last week. Might as well do that. So let's go back. So say for instance, take all these off, right? And like, subscribe, share if you haven't already. You definitely make some money watching this, I believe. So let's go down. Arizona Cardinals, right? They got them at 17.5. And the numbers kind of changed from last video. The point margin. Let's go back to the point margin. Yeah, it went up. It went up. So I really can't show you the insurance, but what I was going to say is, all right, 1 through 13, somehow if the Houston Texans come in between 1 to 13, which I don't see at all, then you probably want to do a $100 bet, right? And this is the insurance thing I was telling about. All right, so now you did a $100 bet to win 210. So in all actuality, all you can bet is pretty much $110. If you understand what I'm saying. So with that 110, now you have this insurance bet already put in place. So that's you're gonna bet that single. That's gonna be a single bet. So now you have $110 that you have to make up. So that $100, we already know that we're losing that, right? So just in case our bets don't come through, we can only bet 110 if you follow me. So say for instance, all right, we got a couple games on here. Now we're going to use our anchor, which is the Arizona Cardinals. We're going to get them at plus 14 with the point margin, the 210. And now we're going to start piecing our games together. Now, remember, we only have $110 that we can gamble with. So we got to get the Rams. So you kind of want to get games where you feel like it's going to win as far as your anchor game goes. Now, this is just an example. I'll probably go up in price where I can actually get better numbers in it. So let's do the alternate. Yeah. And we're going to get this team at, not Detroit. Where the Rams at? 350, right? And then you're doing for $20, right? $20 and net you $5. See, that changed, so you're not really getting the price with it, right? So it's kind of different. But if you did the other way, as far as the Cardinals game, because this was a lot lower, and you could have justified doing the insurance bet, but this is kind of what it is. You do something like that, $20. Now, after the $20, you got $90 to play with. So we take that out. And you want to take a couple of shots, right? A couple of shots to increase. So let's go to here. Let's go to parlays. And you want to take a big shot with a huge parlay like this. All right, under. So pretty much you don't want to bet under, especially when it comes to, well, actually, you probably do want to bet under when it comes to these weaker teams. See if you can find a hefty price tag to justify it. stats over, under. So say for instance you like that, you want to throw a bet like that out there, $20. See, now you're talking about, so since you have your insurance bet already in place and you only betting 20, remember we bet 20 on that Rams game, we only get $5 back. Plus, let's say for instance games like these, now you bet another 20, right? And if you win, you win money. You win 145, so you just made your money back, but they have to go ahead and win. So that's what I mean by like a little bit of an insurance, and certain games that you can bet and you can risk money on. So all of this is a gamble at the end of the day. It's a little, I know I probably didn't explain it the best. The numbers changed and I couldn't get out there, but hopefully you get the gist of what I was trying to do there. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and again, bet wisely. Till next time, I'm bringing you a video. I'll bring my player prop video, because I'm going to make this the parlay video since I did the parlays in the beginning and touching on what I did last week. So guys, enjoy your day. Appreciate you guys. And again, bet wise.